Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Hello. Hi, nice to see you guys out there. So sorry we're being late. We had a few technical problems. Technically, Richard was still asleep. So sorry about that, guys.
So it wasn't the computer that was asleep, it was the producer. Get peddling. Give me 500 more press-ups. So we have to be quite strict with him, otherwise, you know. Anyway, welcome to SPTV. My name is Matt.
And I'm Kirsty. Thank you so much for joining us today and being patient with us. So as I said, we are running a little late, which means we will go over a little bit late as well.
Really?
Really?
They said I was going to finish at 9:05. They didn't say that in the contract. Anyway, so lovely to see you. The way that the show works is each week, all you lovely people pose questions to us, and if you are chosen, we'll answer that to the best of our ability and then give that person a reading. Now, the way that you need to do is to post a question of a spiritual nature, something you want to know about. It could be to mediumship, healing, Reiki, or something else of a spiritual nature. And then between us, we will try and answer that as best we can.
It doesn't just have to be about something, you know, like mediumship. It can be about your own spiritual life, your own spiritual journey. Have you got questions that you want to ask that way? You know, there's lots and lots of ways that you can ask questions. But please remember, when you're putting down comments and things, be safe. Don't write things that are personal, because not everybody can see them. And don't forget, it's only us that will give the readings. So if anybody asks you for readings, lock them on ban and tell them to do one.
And just remember that obviously it's a public forum, so whatever's posted will be seen and will remain up there. So as we say hello to people this evening, please, Mr. Tusa. Hello, Karen Mignan.
Hi, Karen. And a big hello to you too, my lovey. And we're having a few more technical issues, and technically,
hello, Kelly
Mr.
Makita.
Producer needs some more coffee. Hi, Kelly. How are you, darling?
Hello, Cheryl Boxall.
Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, we're all good, thanks. Michelle Rodenite, lovely to see you.
Hello there, Michelle. Hello, Dawn Taylor.
Hi. Hi, Fiona Fry.
Hello there, Fiona.
Yes, yeah, well, we both decided to take it in turns to be poorly. Now we're both well, that'll teach you, won't it?
Hello, Holly Saunders.
Hi, Holly. I nearly called you Solly then. Hi, Laura. Laura Craman.
Oh. Hello, Jamie Lee Watson.
Evening all. Hi, Sandra Clifton.
Hello, Sandra. Hello, Jenny Bennett.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Kaylee Byrne. Good evening to you, lovely lady.
Hello there, Sam Morgan.
Get the caffeines. Chop, chop. Richard, absolutely. Get that caffeine inside you, Richard.
You know what? Not joking. He looked like the dog then. He's been like that. Just like staring into space. Hello, Donna Zimmerman.
Hi. Happy Monday to you too. Joe Mystics, many blessings to you.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Amy Andrews.
Hi. Evening all. Evening all. That's what the old policemen used to say, didn't they? Bending their knees. Evening all. Cheryl Berdenack. Lovely to see you.
So she's put, if you don't practice Reiki for a long time, would you need a refresher or new certification? Your certification would still be valid because once you've learnt. It would be beneficial to have a refresher, Cheryl, just to reacquaint yourselves with the Reiki practices and any changes that have been brought in by your relevant organization. You may also benefit from things like Reiki shares and things like that, just to get yourself reacquainted, and obviously contacting whichever Reiki organization you are part of, maybe the Reiki Fed or the Reiki Association, etc., depending on where you are. So that's my view.
Yep, and me, what he said. There's no point. Exactly what he said. Cheryl, I'm coming in with the cards with you, my lovey, straight away. Look at this. How cute is this? Okay, so this one straight away is telling me, my darling, that you need to be asking for help up there, asking for inspiration, sitting in the quiet, sitting in the peace, allowing that time, sending up your thoughts, asking them to help you. I feel that you're a very independent young lady and you need to ask for the help. Otherwise, as you ask and they will receive, as they say. I also need to say to you, you've got to start looking at the love that is around you. Sometimes when we go through life, it can disillusion us a little bit, and we can see all the rubbish stuff. Okay, so I want to I feel like I need to say to you, just see all the good stuff. Allow yourself to see all the good stuff. Allow yourself to just see all the, I feel like there's lots of changes around you at the moment. And one of the reasons that, you know, this card's come up, there is an awful lot of love around you, darling. And you need to see that and allow it to stop you worrying and allow it to help you feel more relaxed and calm. I do know that you are a very emotional lady. And I do feel, I don't know if any of you guys out there know anything about the stars and what's going on at the minute, but there's an awful lot of emotions flying around at the minute. And Cheryl, you are also one of those that's been copping a bit of that. So allow some of that love to come back to you. Just allow yourself to see the good stuff. And last but not least, you know already what to do. You know. Look at that card. Trust your inner wisdom, you know, and take action without delay. I feel almost like sometimes change is difficult for you, my darling. And, you know, that's okay, because change is difficult for most people. I'm not too fond of change much myself, but you've done it. I mean, let's be honest. You know, you're getting up and you're walking, you're feeding yourself. You're not a little baby anymore. So all that change that you've already gone through. And that's just the little things. So look at all the big stuff that you've gone through. This decision that you're having now, you know inside your heart and your gut what it is. Sit in the quiet and the peace and just allow that wisdom to come pouring through, and you will make the right decision, darling. So don't worry about it. All right.
Thank you for that, Cheryl.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. And guys, it was as easy peasy as that. So please, guys, don't ask for is my mother there, is my father there, or things like that, because that's not the show that responds to that. Ask us a question. Is there something you want to know? I have a question for you guys. Do any of you do random acts of kindness? Mm-hmm. So that's a great one. So let's hear yours. See what you think.
So just to conclude with Cheryl, is just to say, obviously, if there's any concerns, and have ask for advice or contact at one of the Reiki organisations you're part of. So thank you for that, Cheryl. So moving on, any more hellos, please, Miss Producer?
Oh, thank you for sharing, everybody.
Hello,
Really
Nene
appreciate that. Hi, Millie B.
Hi, Millie.
Jasmine, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you to all you lovely newbies. Margaret Kelly being another one. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Welcome to the family.
Hello, Andrea Rees from the Rhondda Valley in South Wales, lovely part of the world.
Beautiful. Ah, lovely, lovely. Hi, and hi, Terry Wall. How are you, sweetness?
You know what, Terry? Mr. Producer couldn't have any more conversation. He had that much of a catnap. He was talking to everybody in his sleep. Hello, Lisa Paris.
Hello, my lovey. I hope you're okay. Hello, Jonathan and Stuart. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Jonathan and Stuart.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jonathan Stewart's poet was watching something online and they were talking about the second death. Was wondering what this is.
Gonna answer that. I have not a Scooby-Doo.
I'm
going to be totally honest, don't know. And if somebody out there would like to fill us in and let us know, that would be absolutely awesome. Not a clue. Mr. Producer, do you know what a second death is? Come on then. He's just being really cheeky and rude. You don't want to hear what he said. That's not what it is at all. So no, if anybody else knows out there, that would be fantastic. Yes, please let us know. Look, Mr. Grogan's Googling now.
It's something I've never heard of,
No.
so I won't think, but I will consult the Oracle.
Yeah, the Oracle that is Google.
Unless there's somebody else that knows.
No, honestly, darling, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, and I would be telling you lies. And because if I did, I'd be telling you lies if I thought I did. And because you caught me out, my lovey, I'm going to give you a reading. I'm going to give you a card. That's not a cue for all of you to come catch me out either, by the way.
The only thing I can guess it is, and I am trying to look it up now, is whether there is some people who pass and then get a breath of and come back. It's like a second death, whether it's referred to that, but that would literally be a guess, Jonathan and Stuart.
Okie dokie. Right, I want to say to you, I don't know kind of which one it is that's watching. I always forget which one it is watching, if not both of you. Is it Stuart? Oh, okay. It's usually Stuart. All right. Okay. And so I want to say to you guys that there's a situation around you where you need to take a leap of faith. You've got to trust what is coming towards you and trust that is a development that from the Spirit have given you. All right. Trust your instinct and be brave. Okay. Look at this big, beautiful card. Oh, how gorgeous is that? Look at that. Be brave. This is about taking, having a bit of courage, understanding, you know what? Sometimes things are scary. Again, pretty much like, we were talking about with change before, and change can be kind of scary sometimes. You've got this beautiful big panther here looking after you, protecting you. You've got the angel coming around you. You've got all this wonderful stuff protecting you, and it's Stuart. Yeah, that's exactly what Mr. P said. It's usually Stuart. So I want to say, darling, just this is a way that you've got to just take that, bull by the horns, as they say, and just, you know that you are given this for a reason, and know that you can do this. Please understand that, that everything that is given to you, you can and will accomplish, because otherwise it wouldn't be given to you. Okay, you've got to have the faith, you've got to have the trust, and know that you can do this. Okay, and I feel like I've got to say to yourself, it's time to start loving unconditionally. And I feel this is more about you, my darling. Love yourself unconditionally. Know that any challenge that comes towards you, you can cope with, you can deal with it, and you're able to, no matter how it may be perceived, you know, you'll be able to do this. I do think I'm seeing things around us. You absolutely are, my darling, because there is them trying to say to you, we're here. Okay, we're here, we're supporting you. There's a father figure around you at the moment. I don't know who he belongs to, because I'm looking at both you gents in the picture. And I want to say there is a father figure that keeps trying to encourage you both to kind of help you. But you've got this, okay? You've absolutely got this. Don't worry. Go forward fearlessly. Okay, my darling, I hope that was all right for you.
So obviously this is very quick research, Jonathan Stewart, but it's stipulating the second death is being the death of your spiritual self. So you have the physical death, and those people who are not believers of God, normally in Christianity and Judaism, it stipulates. And they said they only die the earthly first death. However, an unsaved person, a person who hasn't given their life to God, it then says we'll have a second death, a spiritual death, where they are separated from God, a resurrection, and it's a continual punishment. So that is what's referred to as the second death. So there we go, we've learned something new.
And it sounds very heavy, doesn't it?
To me, though, and this is in response to that, is just to say to you, why would a God punish who is a creator? He takes everyone as being an equal. From a spiritual point of view, then, you know, it wouldn't be somebody who is punishing you for your own thoughts and your own beliefs. So I don't know if I go with that second death thinking, but that's basically what it says it is.
But thank you, Jonathan and Stuart, or beg your pardon, Stuart. Thank you for you know, asking us that, because again, we've learned something today, and I just want to say, what are you watching? Oh, bless you. Okay. Hello to Melanie J. Long. Nice to see you.
Hello, Pat Beer.
Hi. Oh, have you been out? We haven't, Millie B. We went to, we did a service before we came on, which is one of the reasons why we're a little bit later today. In Wales, I might add.
Hello there, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hello, Sharon Doherty.
Hi. Big wave to you too. Good evening, Jenny Margaret Parsons.
Hello, Jenny. Hello, Ursula Gear from Canada, lovely part of the world.
Hi.
Okay, so Chantel Mendham says, evening guys, when you first started serving Spirit World, did you work online or straight to platform? Confused which way to go, I'm a medium. Do you want me to answer this to start off with, or do you want to?
If I answer it first, and then you can answer it and then jump straight into the reading. It's your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So for me, my darling, I went platform first, and to me, it was my right. It was the right way for me to do, because it gave me the confidence with the people being in the room. Actually, I did one-to-ones, then I did platform, and then I did the online Facebook, what we're doing now, stroke Zoom, and all the other sort of available ones that you can have. And to me, you got, I just say, Chantal, just go with what is whatever you're drawn to. You know, at the end of the day, it's really important that you don't follow anybody else's advice except your own. It's what's inside your heart, my darling. That's the way to go.
And for me, it was working on platform as well, because the online presence is quite a recent phenomena, probably the last 3 or 4 years. So obviously that facility wasn't available back in the day, as they say. And, you know, a lot of the spiritual organizations are also moving towards working online, seeing the advantages of online. So as Kirsty said, go with what feels right. With yourself, Chantel, I have a grandfather figure. I want to put him about 5'6", 5'7" in height, cuddly to the body, a really nice disposition, high cheekbones, lovely way about him. I feel like I'm going on mum's side of the family, on the maternal side of the family with him. And I feel like I want to whistle I want to be quite chirpy. I enjoyed the outdoors. I enjoyed just being happy. I feel that I'm between 78 and 80. If I was in my 80s, I would have only just turned into my 80s. I feel I'm more 78, 79 in age. As he draws closer, I feel like I'm struggling with my breathing, but I feel that he had problems with his breathing and sort of getting his breath for the last bit of his life. But he then takes me to his heart, and I feel this is how he passed. Right to the end, I always had, a nice disposition, a nice way about myself. And I feel that when it came to his celebration of his life, everybody were remembering the happy things that he used to do and the little quirks and everything else. Now, he takes me to yourself, and he's saying that it's been quite ups and downs for this last sort of 18 months. It's got nothing to do with COVID, but it's been quite a journey for yourself, and that you've had to dig deep, both within your physical life and within your spiritual, that obviously you're talking about there. I need to say to you, there is still a lot of changes that are happening around you, but things are starting to settle. So I need to say, once those things settle, then whichever way that you want to go is in there. They are pushing you through. They are giving the support that you need, and they're giving you the love that you need so much at the moment. And just to say to you from him, you're not alone. You're very much appreciated, love, and thank you for everything that you do for Nan. And I feel I can go on the opposite side of the family. With that, he's just going on about Nan on there. So thank you for working with me, and it's not, thank you for your question, Chantal.
Yeah, thank you, Chantal, and thank you, Matt. That was lovely. Okie dokie, Mr. P. I have to say, was it just me, or did everyone else want to talk about the Muppets as soon as he said phenomena? Do 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 do.
No, it was just you.
Just me then. Oh dear. Okay.
I don't know how I kept my face straight then, but it was just you.
I think that's just rude. Come on, guys. You know you sung it too. Reese Daniels, hello to you.
Hello, Kerry Ahern.
Hi, Kerry. Greetings from Indiana, USA, and greetings to you too, Sue Carpenter.
Hello, Sue. Hello, Annalise Stone, also from the US in Los Angeles. Nice to see you.
Sue Abbott, hi.
Hi, Sue. Hello, Caroline Sambrooks from Dagenham in Essex.
Hello, Yvonne Jackson.
Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Ursula Gear from Newfoundland, again from Canada.
Chloe Canick, hello to you.
Hello, Chloe. Hello, Natalie Mann.
Oh, and a cute mouse. Oh, hello, Natalie. Hey, Kirsty, great name. Good evening to you, Kirsty Williams Brewing.
Hello, Kirsty. And hello, Christine, also from California.
Hi. Also to Julie Wright.
Hello. Hello, Julie Wright. And hello, Karen King.
What do you do with that picture of Matt there, Karen?
I'm not called Karen. And hello, Hezval.
Hezval, hello to you.
So do I read this one?
I've been doing some really deep training, evoking emotions, etc. Switching off hasn't been easy, and I've become really clumsy. I've tried meditation, but it's heavy. Any tips, please? Well, Hezval, I want to say there's a multitude of answers within that question. First of all, you've been doing some really deep training evoking emotions. Now, when you evoke emotions, I'm assuming you're talking about bringing up emotions that need dealing with, or shall we say, need acknowledging would be a better way of doing it. Sorry, excuse me. And switching off hasn't been easy, and I've become really clumsy. Now, maybe there's a part of you that doesn't want to deal with some of these emotions, because if some of these emotions are difficult that you're trying to deal with, there's a bit of your body that's going to go, a bit of your mind that's going to go, nope. So give yourself a bit of patience with that, that's all. And the clumsiness may come from not being fully grounded. So be aware of that. You've tried meditation, but find it heavy. Now, sometimes you just haven't found the right voice or the right way, because there are so many different types of meditation. Keep trying, don't give up. You know, you can use your breath, you can use gong meditations, you can do obviously many different voices with guided meditations, or you can just listen to relaxation music. There are so many, Hezbollah, that you can try. Don't give up, my darling, even if it's just sitting and watching and feeling in the quiet and just listening to your breath. But start small and work up. So give yourself maybe 5 minutes and then try again with another, and sorry, then extend it.
Okay, so Hezvel, I want you to imagine symbolically carrying a box of sequins and tripping over, and the sequins going absolutely everywhere, and the thought of, oh, I've got to pick all these up and running around trying to pick them all up and everything else. When our emotions become too much, and we obviously work in our emotions, it feels like we're picking everything up all over and sort of trying to cope with one thing because we want to bring it all together and put it all back in the box. But as they come out, they're going to spark emotions, they're going to spark feelings and everything like that. So it's about picking up one sequin at a time and dealing with that and allowing that to happen. Now, if you're being clumsy, I'd want to say that this is partly because you're not sleeping, but also if you're being clumsy, you're also not grounded. So make sure that you're grounded and that you're making sure that you're sleeping and everything else. And obviously everything that Kirsty said regarding the meditation. You.
Oh, it's me.
Talking about waking up.
Sorry, I was miles away then, miles away. Hezval, over to you. Have a card for Hezval, please. Some cards for Hezval, please. Thank you. Right, okie dokie. First of all, I want to say to you, have some compassion for yourself. I mean, look at this. Look at this. You're being way too hard on yourself, young lady. Way too hard. I feel that, I beg your pardon. No. So you're being way too hard on yourself, my darling. You've got to stop releasing. You've got to start to some grounding exercises. Yes, that makes sense. Excellent. Thank you. I want to say, release the judgments about yourself. I feel like you're just being a bit too hard. Yeah, too hard on yourself. See the love that's inside you. Know that, this stuff that is going on that you're trying to heal, allow that to heal and give yourself the compassion that you would give to somebody else. For example, if somebody else was having a difficult time, you would want to be kind to them and treat them nicely and let them go and do nice things for themselves, or you'd hug them and be gentle with them, give them some TLC. This is what you need to be thinking about, my darling, for yourself, okay? Because I feel like you're asking a little bit too much of yourself to do these certain things. If you don't feel like doing the meditation, don't do it. And if you can only do it for a few minutes, so what? Try again a bit longer next time. It doesn't matter. What matters is you stop putting the pressure on yourself with that. I do know sometimes things, you want to hurry things up. You want it kind of done yesterday, especially with this stuff that you're going through at the moment. But I want to say Spirit's in charge. They know the plan. So there is a certain time scale that has to go through. So it will be ready and finished and done when it is done. And, so stop trying to force things and just go with the flow a little bit more. Relax and just give in and have a bit of faith that everything is going to sort itself out. And the last one I've got is sort of generosity here. It's come up and sorry, excuse me. So I have a little. Right, first of all, I know there's something you're not saying because they choked me. 1 second. Sorry about that. there's something that you're not saying here, darling, and this is a truth that you're not admitting yourself. And I want to say, be generous and kind to yourself with that. Sometimes, you'll be so much harder on yourself than you would others. Go and get yourself, you've got big trees and things in the background of this card. Now this is about connecting back to the earth, grounding yourself and allowing yourself just to breathe outside, giving yourself that time, just to have time for you, time to sit in the quietness. You could daydream, you could just watch the birds, you could see what, wildlife is around. You could, go through, it's not meditation, what is the other one? Mindfulness. You could do the mindfulness. I'm being shown all of this on this card, and this is about just, taking your time and being generous with yourself. As you would be so great, you're so generous with everybody else. Give it back to yourself a bit, my darling.
Okay, one last thing, Hezval, is the picture that you have there of the water. I'm needing you just to sit by the water, to gather your thoughts and gather your emotions, and just to allow yourself to relax a little bit.
And see the love in you.
Most definitely. Well, thank you for that, Dave. And thank you, Hezval. So moving on, please. Any more hellos, please, Mr. Producer?
No, Mr. Producer's gone to sleep again. We're having a few more technical problems, and this time it's Mr. Producer's awake. You've been doing some, oh yeah, we've done that bit. Yeah, lovely. Okie dokie. So we are having a few technical issues at the moment, so we're just going to run through very quickly as to how you're going to get yourself a reading today. And that's all you'd have to do is ask us a question, a spiritual question, and it's as simple as that. But that doesn't mean, is my mother, my father, or have I got any messages? That's not a spiritual question. A spiritual question is asking something about spirituality, spiritual life, or the spiritual ways.
Okay, so thank you. So hello, Debbie Kettner.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Wendy Watson from Australia.
Hello, Wendy. Hello, Sandra McCann from Ireland.
Oh, lovely Ireland. Hello, Sandra. Hi, Carol Spickman. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, Jenny Lucas from Bournemouth.
Hi, Jenny. Sharon Briggs Hennessy. Hi from Roehampton.
Hello, Sharon. Hello, Meredith Reed.
Hi. And lovely Lisa Paris is back again.
Hi, Lisa.
Catherine Coppin, there's the
Hello,
face
Catherine.
I haven't seen for a while. How are you, lovey? You all right?
Hello, Susan Ross from Lismore in Australia.
Hi, Susan. Yeah, watching from Pennsylvania, USA.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Sorry, excuse my teeth got in the way then. Donna Zimmerman, hi to you.
Hello, Lisa Wilkinson.
Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you. Hi, Olivia. Nice to see you.
Hello, Nina Lee.
Nina Lee, hello to you. And Kaylee Byrne, hello to you again.
Okay, any more questions, please, Mr. Producer?
Ah, there you go.
Okay, so Dawn Taylor says, hi, Matt Kirsty. How does healing work, and do you have to have spiritual awareness for it to work? Okay, so a few things here, Dawn. Spiritual healing works on the thought process, the power of the thought that goes out there and works that way. You don't, a spiritual healer can be a spiritual healer, but doesn't have to have a faith or belief, but just having the belief in that it does work. By having the connection between the receiver and the transmitter. So basically, there's a patient, there's the healer, there is spirit, and then there is God. So the God force or the energy of God goes through to spirit. They then work out what's needed, and then basically using the physical contact of the healer, go through to the patient and give them what's needed. And that is more or less sort of spiritual healing in a nutshell. It can be used by contact healing. It can be done. Now, I've got to be careful here because different schools of healing use different terminology. So some will refer it to as absent healing, where they are not in the room, and some refer to it as distant healing, where they're sending it out. And other ones will sort of do non-contact healing or distant healing, where they're in the same room but there's not physical contact.
Well, for me, what he said, plus I just want to add, very simply, if you imagine a kettle and you imagine the lead and the plug, okay, so the healer comes along, the healer's the lead. If you're having the healing, you're the kettle, and the healer plugs in to the socket, which is God and Spirit, and then all the electricity or healing comes through the healer into you, where you mend yourself. And that's my very quick analogy of it. And it works roughly the same sort of way-ish for quite a lot of the healing. And it is the most natural thing in the world. You look at the way little babies, toddlers, take a toddler. When a toddler trips up and mummy or daddy comes along and they rub the head better or they rub the elbow better if they bashed it, that is the start of healing. We are all natural healers. We are born with this. We've just, some of us have forgotten how to do it.
So hopefully that makes sense to you, Dawn. Now I'm taken to the picture there. I don't know if that's you or not, but I have a lady in spirit who looks like that picture, and I feel like I'm going on a motherly level. I feel also that I wouldn't have passed over old. I certainly wouldn't have made my 60s. And with this lady, as she draws in close to myself, I have sort of feeling very, very tired, that I was ready to go. I'd fought, I'd had a battle. I'm being given slight stomach problems, which either means a stomach condition, but I also get the same sensation with cancer. I also feel she's impressing upon me sort of lower back problems on the right hand side with yourself, and sort of neck pains. Again on the right hand side, I feel like I'm having to click and manipulate that neck. She is also making me aware that she draws in very, very close to you, and you feel sort of on the side of your face that it's being touched. And I have beautiful sparkly eyes, and I just feel so much love with this lady. It just feels a bit like I can, right, so then if this isn't mum, then it's a lady, then well, I need to say she wouldn't have gone old, and I definitely want to go exactly the same as what's in the picture. So apologies for that misunderstanding, but she would have been a motherly vibration, which means she would have been like a mum to you. With this lady, I want to say I feel sort of, what's the word, quite a free spirit. I would have done my own thing, and I would have not taken no for an answer. So that's where I'm going. And the message for you is you've had to dig deep within yourself. You've had to try and battle on over this last 2 years. However, you're now coming out the other side, and thumbs up for all the hard work that you've done and getting to where you are. If I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
Thank you, Dawn, and thank you, Groggy. Okie dokie, have we got any more questions? Yeah, that was a very sleepy yes. You're getting a little sleepy again, Mr. Producer.
Hello there, Jade.
Hi, Jade. Nice to see you. Ashley Ryan, hello to you, my lovey.
Hello, Ashley.
Oh, thank you so much for coming back and joining us.
Hello, Natasha DiGuano.
Hi, Natasha.
From the USA.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. And another one, Amy Burgess from Michigan.
Hello, from Michigan. Nice to see you, Amy. From Casey from Portsmouth.
Hello there, Casey. Hello, Joanne Lewis. So, what's your views on positivity, Matt and Kirsty? Do you believe if you start your day with a positive attitude, it invites positivity? I'll let you do this one.
There's a reason he lets me do this one, is because, yes, Joanne, I do. I am a massive fan, massive fan of positive affirmations. I'm a massive fan of gratitude, and I am a massive fan of meditation via the sort of positive meditation that way. So absolutely, I totally believe that if you start your day like that, you know, and it just seems to come, you know, if you, I like to start my day thinking about what I'm grateful for. You know, usually if I can go for 5, I will, and then I will kind of do the positive affirmations on myself. And yes, it really does help with the positivity. You know, sometimes it doesn't always work, and sometimes you get a bit grouchy and a bit grumpy, and you know, and you're a bit tired, but you have to acknowledge that, and you know, another day's a new day. And I'm assuming, Joanne, that you're the very same. What do you think, Grog?
Yeah, it's the power of thought again, and what we think in a positive nature. There's lots of studies, if you look at the brain scans and that, of people who think positively and expand, and the positive sort of chemicals in the mind also go with it. Yeah, very much believe in the positivity. It's not always easy to achieve, depending on your mindset. But yes, it's something that I definitely believe in, and I think it's, if you let positivity in, like attracts like.
Yes, it is one of those. What do they call it now? One of the laws of the laws of the world. You know, the nature that is the law of attraction, where you know, literally, you know, positivity will bring more in, and it does work. It really does work. Sometimes, like I said, it's harder work than others, but it really does work. It's worth persevering with. And it does make you realise actually how lucky you are when you start with the positivity and the gratitude, and looking around and seeing what you've got to be grateful for, and how, you know, staying positive. You know, sometimes, you know, I can be a bit of a Pollyanna, you know, with that, but it pays off. It really does pay off. So yes, Joanne.
It has health benefits as well, because obviously from the health, even the traditional health service, they look with yourselves to sort of say you've got to give you hope and sort of give you positive thoughts, because that allows you to self-heal.
Yes, because CBT can be quite easily based on that, which is basically a form of training that is used within counselling, and it talks about changing your mindset and things. So yeah, absolutely, Joanne. And with that, I believe that you need to go and spread the word with that, my lovey, because I do feel that you could be in a position to be able to spread that word with that, because we got the activist coming up here, and Mother Teresa, and this is about sharing your beliefs with the world, you know, showing the world how easy some things are, and how you know, the difference some things can, you know, make just by you changing your mindset and things, you know, sharing this knowledge with everybody. Let go of the fear, stop worrying, everything's going to be okay. You know, try and get rid of all the rubbish in your life, in the sense of all the toxicity, all the negative thinking, all the negative people, you know, the ego and all that sort of stuff. Try and push aside all that lot and just allow that positivity to come pouring in. Allow, you know, all the good stuff. For example, stop watching the news if you don't watch it already. You know, try not to read sort of the newspapers and, you know, all the negative stuff on you know, on the internet and that. Don't, and even programs, you know, some television programs can sort of, if negativity can pull you down. Joanne, I know that you are a very sensitive person, and that stuff is just hauling you down. Don't allow it. Call in the big fella, as I call him, Archangel Michael. Call him in and ask him to help protect you, look after you, keep you safe. But last but not least, I want to say to you, my sweet, you know, easy does it. Easy does it. This is about your health as well as your well-being, and as well as, you know, everything that's happening around you. You know, easy does it, as in, for me, I feel that this is about taking that time to rest, taking that time to say, you know what, actually, I need to have a sit down. It's okay for me to sit down. It's okay for me to rest. But also, it's okay to not allow things to happen when they are meant to happen, because they're meant to happen for a reason, because everything is happening at that perfect timing. And, you know, this is about just looking after yourself and believing and staying positive and using that wonderful positivity, and then showing others how you did it and how you stayed positive, and sharing your story, so then others will be encouraged to do the same. So go for it, Joanne.
So thank you for that, Joanne. Any more lows, please, producer?
You okay, Mr. Producer? Yeah.
Hello, Myra Thompson from Glasgow.
We are having a few technical problems, so please bear with us, guys. I think the computer's still
Julia
asleep,
Roberts,
like Mr. P was earlier.
Wales.
Hi, Julia. Hi, Cindy Ryan.
Hi, Cindy. Hello, Natasha Hambury.
Hi, Natasha. Okie dokie. Just going to let you. Okay, so we have the lovely Deb Clark tomorrow at 8 o'clock. If you would like to tune in again tomorrow, that would be fantastic. And you know, you can get your messages and your readings there from Deb straight away. So fantastic medium, jump on in.
Okay, and then over in the pond in America, we have the lovely Ricky and Tyler that's joined us at 10 o'clock UK time. So both of those shows are UK times, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Please check where you are in the world for the time differences.
So pop on and have a look.
And the other thing is, if you go to the updated website, Spiritual Psychics TV online, then basically you can look at all the listings, all the shows, as well as seeing about joining membership and all of the benefits that go with that.
Lovely jubbly. So Cheryl Boxall has put, I'm down in Devon at the minute and went out in a boat, the sea, and seeing the porpoises, left myself and my granddaughter and my daughter feeling very grounded but elevated. Why does the sea help? Okay, so in my opinion, the sea helps because it's linked with the emotions. Okay, it's also linked with the moon, which also controls our emotions depending on the placement of where it is in regards to our chart. So it's all one big link. If you think about it, the sea controls the way the waves come in and out, the tides, and then the sea and the moon goes right back to, you know, positioning where you're born and your chart, and it's all astrological, and it's all kind of all interlinked. So, and the sea itself it's almost like an energy about it that just washes away. But also when you see porpoises and dolphins and things like that just playing about, they are very spiritual creatures, and they are here to show you They're very intelligent creatures as well, I might add. They're here to show you about having fun. So it sounds to me that that's the message they were bringing for you today.
Most definitely. So all of those things. The other thing is that obviously it's one of the 4 main elements, and if you need to be grounded, across from Earth is obviously water, and the two balance it out. As Kirsty said, it's very linked to emotions, so that excitement, but that need just to feel calm is probably what was needed. So hopefully that helps with that, Cheryl. Right, okay, so here we go. Okay, I have a gentleman who comes in, and I feel like I'm going an uncle. A little bit of facial hair above the lip. Other than that, is clean shaven. I feel like I'm going on dad's side of the family with this gentleman, and I want to say was very, very bright, very articulate, would have been able to convey himself, very sincere, quite distinguished looking gentleman. With this gentleman, I have respiratory conditions for my passing, and I feel that, as I said, my mind, I'm very well educated. I knew things, but I was also a good judge of character, and people wouldn't have been able to get one over on me because I was one step ahead of them all of the time. Now he's come in for you because there is that need to sort of have the same sort of idea of being one step ahead of everybody else at the moment, because there is a lot of things that are happening around you, and a lot of things that just seems that are becoming a bit too much. It takes me to the sort of the needing to be grounded, but also that sort of just to sort of distance yourself, not because of any negativity. I don't want you to think like that, just because I just need to reconnect to me and who I am, because it's almost like I've forgotten who Cheryl is a little bit. Now, he very much knew who he was, and what he found interesting and all of that. And again, he comes in just to make you rediscover what it is that you like. Now, you've put there, you felt very grounded, but elevated, elated, whatever, to the sea. So if that's one of the things that you've not been doing and needed to do, that was the feeling also for that. But I'm wanting to have that connection of all areas of nature, and just almost to go on a voyage of discovery of myself, and get in touch more with my spiritual self rather than my material self. And you've noticed that's been happening for the last 4 to 5 years, that there's been this sort of like transition within yourself. Hopefully that makes sense to yourself, and thank you for working with me, Cheryl.
Great question, Cheryl. Yeah, thank you, and thank you, dear. That was awesome. Okay, Mr. P, how you doing? Natalie.
Hello, Natalie.
Oh, you're doing good. Excellent. Natalie Welsh, hello to you.
Hello, Lisa Fry.
Hello, Lisa. That's a lovely smile. Ah, lovely. I hear you're doing really good as a reader now, Lisa Fry. So can I just say your hair is awesome as well.
Matty Tellum.
Hi, Matty. Lovely to see you. Oh, Tara Angels. Lovely to see you, darling.
Hello, Tara.
It's really nice to see some of the old favourites coming forward.
Hello, June Riley.
Hi, June. Nikki, not just the mum. Yeah.
Oh, Nikki.
Hi all. No, Nikki, you are many things to many people, I would say.
Hello, Rosie Green says, hello, I'd love to know your thoughts on how we can tell the difference between intuition telling us something isn't for us and our ego and anxieties.
Ooh, good question.
Yeah. Okay, so your intuition is your gut feeling, that inner sort of alarm bell that's telling you that things are not right or are right. So when you walk into somewhere and it feels uncomfortable, or you meet someone, your inner sort of radar is sort of telling you that that's the case, and this is your intuition. You're almost like some people refer to it as the claircognizance. It's just, you know, things, and it's that intuition and that just knowing that's to do with that. So it's about listening to yourself and connecting into that intuition and just knowing it, and then telling us something isn't for us and our own ego and anxieties. We all have egos. Some are inflated and some are deflated, and if you are doing something from the right thought, the right intention, then your ego will not be inflated, and that will not spark your own ego to grow and to move away from your intuition, your gut feeling, because it's more coming from your thoughts as opposed to your internal radar. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Right, Judy?
Oh, okay. So for me, everything that Matt's just said. But I also want to say, with your intuition, it's always a positive thing in the sense that, you know, you just know it. It's a kind of a knowing. You know, our ego will often kind of come in and trick us with you know, material gains or a gain of some sort, and the anxiety will always be a fear of something, or be a frightenedness of whatever. But your intuition, the way to keep practicing your issue, little tiny tricks I'll let you know. For example, when you hear your phone ring, don't look at it. Right, who is it? Let's have a feel. Trust your instinct. Do it. Okay. Then other little tiny things. Who's going to be at the door? What's going to be the first letter that you get? You know, and trusting those instincts. You know, with the people that you meet. You know, trust your instincts, trust your feelings, make decisions using your intuition, using that. So then it just grows, and you get to know the difference between something that is your ego and something that is, you know, your anxiety. It's practice, practice, practice. Okay, so I want to say to you, darling, you're a bit of a worrier, aren't you, my sweet? A bit of a worrier. Everything is, you know, you've got such a beautiful card here. I don't even think I need to say anything else to you, because this is just so gorgeous. There's talks of sunshine coming out again. There's talks of happiness and rejoice and everything. Your cup's overflowing with all the wonderful stuff. You know, there's positivity with you into, I mean, I know that you also have very deep emotions with that. And I'm very aware of, you know, you have a big heart, and the big heart sometimes, you know, I want to say you've trusted in times and not listened to your intuition, and it's kind of let you down, which is perhaps why the lines have got a little bit blurred. So, you know, quite often sit quietly. If you sit quietly and just listen to your inside thoughts and voices, that's another way just to reconnect back to that inner voice, the one that's not saying and worrying you. I mean, sometimes when we get over anxious, or we get worrying too much, something called the fight and flight will kick in, and then it basically, we feel everything too fast and everything's too intense, and we won't know whether we're coming or going, quite frankly. So if we bring that level back down again, and just to sit in that quiet and that peace, and just allow that switch to flip back again, so you're not in fight and flight, you know, because you're not being chased by dinosaurs or hairy mammoths or whatever it is. So you don't need that fight and flight mode at the moment. And so it's allowing yourself just to connect back and relax, even if it's just listening to your breathing. I want to say, you know, things will happen at the right time. And I want to say, be kind to yourself. If you are anxious and you do feel worried, that's okay. Okay, just reassure that little person inside you, everything's okay, I've got this. and that anxiety will go away. All right. And then once that happens, your intuition will start coming forward more and more, and you'll be able to listen to it even better, even greater, hear it even better. Okay. And again, I just want to say, you know, okay, I just want to say, Rosie, you're a lovely person. Just remember that. Thank you very much, my darling.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So Fiona Fry says, I've just started doing the cards again after a few years of not doing them. I get very nervous whether I have the talent. My friends say yes. How do you know if you can? Do you feel it or does it just come out? I've been looking at the spirit cards. Well, it's similar to what the last person was saying about intuition and ego. We have to have an ego in order to do things to a certain degree. Obviously, we don't want to come to the point where it's too inflated and it's all about us. But we do need to have that belief in ourselves and on there. Now, what I want to say is when we are working intuitively, when we're working with the cards as a psychic tool, we are feeling the energies. We're tapping into that rather than thinking about it. So in answer to your assessment where it says I get very nervous whether I have the talent or not, just trust. You know, look at the cards, practice, practice, practice is the three key P's that you need to do. And to me, if you're working intuitively, it comes naturally. It doesn't need any effort. When you are forcing it to happen, then that's when it doesn't come out and becomes more difficult to work.
So for me, you're getting very nervous. That's a good sign in one thing, because it means it's not you. It means you're having to trust on what you're feeling, and it means you care. You care about what you're doing. Again, that's a lovely thing. So give yourself a bit of a break for that. And the more you, as Matt said, the more you practice, you know, the more comfortable you will feel with that. The fact that you are drawn to doing them and, you know, your friends are saying it, you're meant to be doing them. So you need to understand that it's okay to say, actually, you know what, I enjoy this. I like this. And you know, it's a good thing. So you know, again, I want to back up everything that Matt's just said about feeling, sorry, excuse me, feeling the cards and things. But I also want to say, this is about just allowing yourself to serve. And what I mean by that is that you are you're doing a service, you're helping somebody. So remember, it's not just about trusting, it's about helping. So if you kind of change your perspective, so it's not about you making a mistake, it's about you helping, it eases that anxiety.
So Fiona, I have a nan here, and I feel like I'm going on father's side of the family, very petite in height, I would say no taller than 5 foot, very petite to the frame. Would have had quite rounded glasses, certainly almost feels like they're sort of like half the size of her face. But she's such a lovely, endearing lady. I feel like I want to lower my voice with this lady. I certainly feel I would have gone into my early 90s, sort of 92, 93 with this lady. And I feel that I could sit with this lady and just chat, because she had such a way about her, an affection that sort of stemmed out but full of love. And you know, you would have felt comfortable, you would have felt very secure and very at home with this lady. You know, you wouldn't feel threatened at all. She wouldn't sort of be quite abrupt. She'd be caring, loving, understanding. I feel towards the end her mind sort of was affected, and I just feel that I was saying things that didn't make sense to people. But you know, everything's okay now. She's everything's fine, but she's wanting to come around you, just to give you a big hug, because there's been lots of emotions around you and lots of upset, and things have been getting a bit too much for yourself. And she wants to tell you that you're not on your own, that everything is going to be all right. You just need to give it time. You need to give yourself space and give your time for healing. And by doing that, it allows you to heal in the time and the space it's meant to be. I certainly feel by February of next year that the healing process will be almost over and things will start to be a lot calmer for you. Thank you for working with me.
Oh, that was lovely. And Fiona, that was a great question. And can I just say, that's the cutest dog. Look at that dog. How cute is that dog in your picture? So, yeah, well done, my darling. That was lovely. Okay, Casey, hello to you. Okay. I'm sorry, I was a bit confused by that then. Okay, sorry, had a moment, sorry. Casey, okay, I asked for a sign from my nan in my house. Can this happen or not? Absolutely, Casey, ask away. But the one thing I will say to you, Casey, is be aware they will give you a sign. So keep an open mind. That sign can come in many different forms. It could be something on the radio. It could be an image, a thought in your mind. It could be a smell. Somebody could remind you of them. You know, I'll let you carry on with that last one.
Yeah, everything that Kirsty's just said. And just to say to her, step forward, you know, touch my face, you know, make it cold at the side. Challenge her so that you know it's definitely her, it's not your own imagination. And all the things that Kirsty said, like the music, the songs and everything, they will take you back to that time with your nan. She's around you, not a very tall lady, but about 5'2", and cuddly to the body, but just so that she knows she's around.
I thought you were carrying on with that then. Okay. I was actually going to say the same. But there you go. So, yeah, she is around you at the moment, Casey. I want to say she would have had a bit of a sense of humour as well. I'm very aware of situations around you at the moment that you're finding difficult. And what I want to say to you, my lovely, is try to not get angry with people. Try to rise above situations, because I feel like when you're angry or cross, you will say things that you will regret, and that then also pulls you down a little bit. So I want to say, ask for help with the situation that's around you. Ask for help for everybody to kind of make it all a bit lighter for you. I'm deliberately being vague with you because, you know, again, it's nobody else's business. But I also want to say, more importantly than anything, my darling, be kind to you, be sweet to you. Look at yourself in a better light. Don't give it, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. Just, you know, well, okay, I did this because of that, and that's okay, is what I feel like I need to say to you. You know, trust your inner wisdom, trust what is given to you, and know that, you know, you're right in what you're feeling. So just take a little bit more care of you, my darling, and those voices inside your head, the ones that feel right, that ones in your gut, in your tummy, just know. And I've got to give you a necklace, a special necklace from your nan. All right, my darling, I hope that's okay for you.
Thank you for that, Casey, and thank you for everyone who has been on tonight with their questions or just their hellos. We mentioned about positive thought earlier on. It's all your positive comments and positivity that shines through and makes the show what it is, that as well as the channel of being a positive and family orientated channel.
It certainly does. And I'd just like to thank everybody as well for joining us and being patient with us, because we were running a little bit late today. And we hope that you can join us again next week, when it'll be back to the usual time of 8 o'clock. And in the meantime, there's plenty more shows on for the rest of the week. Just check out SPTV on both Facebook and YouTube. And we would like to bid you all adieu and have a wonderful evening, afternoon or day. And oh my God, thank you so much. I have a necklace with my nan's ashes in my heart. There you go, my darling. So that just proves that, you know, she was there. So you all take care of yourself now, and you have a lovely afternoon, evening, day, and rest and look after yourselves. Take care.
Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves.
Thanks
Bye.
for everything. Bye.